You don't know Jack, but we're gonna tell you all about it. Hey guys, this is Bill and Zach, and we're back with AirsoftRSTactical.com here to talk to you today about the brand new Jack engine from Polar Star. This is a drop-in insert that goes in your M4 gearbox that turns your gun into an HPA gun. This is a Elite Force 4 CRL, and it was shooting in the neighborhood of 570, 550 FPS with twos. So I said to myself, let's go ahead and put this Fusion engine in here. Holy cow. Less than an hour to install, works flawlessly. And the setup in the factory, we actually clocked it. It was, even though it's advertised, it's only putting out 30 rounds per second, which is what it has been detuned to now. It was actually putting out 60 rounds a second on our chrono. And with the stock setting, it's about 420 at 80 PSI. So there's lots of room to crank that baby up. It works perfectly in the 4 CRL. And it was reaching 220 feet all day, even at 80 PSI. And that's without modifying, that's without tweaking, that's just dropping it in. You can only imagine what it'll do if I crank it up to about 110 PSI. I bet you'd put out some major distance. So something unique about this thing uses a small poppet, which keeps the price down, makes it more affordable. It's only 315 bucks. Can you freaking believe that? This poppet is supposed to be a little bit less air efficient than the F1, but let me tell you, it's way more efficient than the standard Polar Star Fusion engine. Still love these. I've got this in my main gun, but this thing, I'm quick to fall in love with it. There's definitely a really high air efficiency from the actual old Fusion engine just to Jack, and the F1 is even more air efficient than that, which is crazy. This thing fires from the open bolt.
So what's the big deal about open bolts? The BB is already loaded, and when you pull the trigger, the air blows out. What that means is instantaneous trigger response. What it also does is it allows the BB to settle and the bucking better, and it actually gives you more consistency in your shots. This is as opposed to your AEG, where when you pull the trigger, it loads the BB and immediately blows all the air. That leads to inconsistencies, and that also leads to a laggy trigger response.
Really crisp. I mean, the second I pulled that trigger, it was firing a PB out. Extremely high performer for a really low price point.
I thought he was using full auto, and he was just landing that trigger.
It functions with a toolless disassembly, so you can have the Jack unit, once it's out of the gun, you can have it taken apart in 15 seconds or less. Another really cool feature is it uses the same FCU as the F1. The same FCU that I'm familiar with working with, and a whole lot of other Polar Star fans are familiar with working with, that it's going to make it real easy to program and change as well. And in the future, there's going to be a Bluetooth option available.
Now, something that's worthy of note is, although the F1s and the Jacks are going to be using the same boards, they're not going to be cross-compatible with the Polar Star because the firmware is different. The Polar Star has 2 solenoids, whereas the F1 and the Jack only uses the 1.
So there are going to be version 3 and 249 versions of this particular engine. However, the information that we have from Polar Star at this time says that if you want an offset nozzle, you're going to need to focus on the F1, which will be released very soon. It'll be slightly more expensive and even better than Jack. So when you're on a budget, Jack is where it's at. When you want a little bit higher performance, you're going to want to go to the F1.
Now, shout out to the F1. The F1's going to be so compatible with so many different types of gearboxes that if they don't have a nozzle for you, they will custom make you one. Like Bill said, if you're on a budget and you just want an HPA gun that keeps going and won't stop, the Jack's the way to go.
And let's be honest, 95% of the airsoft guns that we sell are M4. It just freaking dropped right in and was like, BAM! And it was working like a beast. BAM! 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 Jack can go from 280 FPS, which is completely CQB friendly, up to 500 FPS, depending on your barrel length and your configuration. Now, the beautiful thing about that is you adjust that by just adjusting your PSI on your tank and adjusting your dwell. Now, a lot of you guys are going to ask about this nozzle, okay? This nozzle is not a metal nozzle like we're used to seeing with the Polar Star Fusion engines. This is not plastic. This is made out of Delrin, which is extremely slick and extremely durable and impact resistant. And it's temperature stable. When you got things moving back, you create a lot of friction, a lot of heat. With plastic, what plastic will do is it'll shift, it'll contort, it'll do things. This will not do that.
The observant among you will notice, dude, Jack's not that big. MP7s aren't that big.
Not
Not currently compatible right now, but they are working for an MP7 conversion kit for the F1 to use in your MP7s.
That's our update about Jack. You can pre-order them from us right now. So thank you for watching. Make comments, ask questions. We're going to answer your questions to all the comments. Peace. Subscribe and like. Tell your friends. Bye.
Tell your enemies.
Greetings, comrades! Are you liking what you're seeing? Do you need more Zach the Goth in your life? You need to hit the like and subscribe button wherever they are. Wherever you are in the world, you need more. Ivan, do you need more Ivan in your life? You need to hit like and subscribe. Ivan is very lonely. He gets very capital sometimes and he cries. But we can't have that because we need more likes and subscriptions, comrades. You need more Fazzy. Always need more Fazzy in your life, comrade. Between choosing having Fazzy and Zach the Goth and Ivan in your life and not having, always go with the short things, comrades.